realised that the intro's already started, so... Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm literally just playing Garage Racing sounds
I'm relying on my notes instead of the actual what's in the call. Stuff in roll 20.
Oh, can we not sign into it?
Oh, what's that? Oh no, sorry, I meant with stuff on mine, yeah. With my rolls. Get all this set up, and now that we're actually here, I've realised, oh wait, I didn't do this. Oh, I didn't do that. Oh boy.
It's a game of improvisation.
That's true. I wonder why I'm the dungeon master of all things, if it's a game of improvisation, because, good lord, somebody made a terrible decision somewhere. Might have been...
Right,
that!
there we go. Welcome to the stream. No one. Yeah.
Oh, cripes, I should...
Is what that means.
Oh god, are we hot? Are we live? Hot mics?
Yep, hot mics.
Hot mics!
Don't worry, if you ever feel as if you're about to be hot mics, just say I hate white people, and then everyone at Twitch will be like, yeah, that's fine. Either that or down with the patriarchy.
I'm down with the patriarchy like those bombs are down on the evil sand people. I'd like to take this moment to apologise to the peoples of the Arabian continent. And also to my own players for having to socialise with me.
That's alright, we put up with Soraya.
Yeah.
You can't be worse than Tom.
That's Soraya puts up with us.
No, I don't put up with you. I put up with your constant bullying of me.
He was annoying me the other night, so I decided to server mute him.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and I didn't know it.
Which I should actually probably apologise for, because it was probably a bit harsher than I was supposed to be.
No. I found it funny once I realised what had happened. The only thing was, it was literally for like half a pool, and I had no idea why none of my calls were being said.
Okay, does that look good?
Thanks for the vote of confidence, Zip996.
For the viewers just joining us, your local DM is still putting his shit together, because he was apparently not ready. But otherwise, we have all the players here, and this gives everybody a chance to chill out and chat, as it were. Just natter away, bit of banter.
And probably bully Soraya.
Exactly.
Yeah. Having listened, the feedback from the last stream was it was sometimes hard to tell who was talking, and unfortunately there is.
Do you know how to get that to show up?
I was actually looking into that, and there's actually an issue with how Chrome and OBS and Discord all interlink. That there's no way of doing it at the minute that I can think of that might work. So I'm gonna try maybe switching into Firefox for it for next time. But
Okay.
nothing I can figure out tonight.
Alright, well, thank you for trying, Oberon.
Huh? What did I try?
Wasn't talking to you, Ren.
What are you talking about, Tom?
Well,
I don't know, Alice.
I made things 1,000 times worse just now. I love it.
yeah.
I like how long it took me to realize as well. I was like, what?
Yeah, I
It was a
agree.
bad
I
joke.
agree with you,
don't worry.
Soraya. I think the fourth wall just is gone.
What fourth wall?
The one between you and sanity. Wait, no, that would still be there.
A fourth wall that you tried to erect between yourselves and I, in a vain attempt to protect yourselves from my wrath.
Isn't the fourth wall like the fourth wall of the DM cover shield thing where you do the secret rolls and shit?
Yeah, it could be the cover screen. Yeah, GM screen.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't need one of those because I just whisper roll my dice if I need to be secret. I also have a pack of physical dice here just in case I need those. All right, let's see here. So how is everybody? Haven't spoken to you all in a couple of weeks. Haven't been on the FC much.
Been good.
How are we all at? Anything new happen?
Not really.
I
Nothing.
started my Twitch channel. I've started running every single Final Fantasy from Final Fantasy 1.
Hey, nice.
Oh, how far did you get?
I finished 2 today, so still got a long way to.
Stuff. Yeah, I too enjoy the Omega boss fights, the Omega raid.
What?
You know, because it's all the Final Fantasy stuff, like historical Final Fantasy characters.
Oh.
Oh,
Tell me you
like,
guys haven't played Omega.
like the raid in Final Fantasy 14, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, I see what you mean. Like calling
Yeah.
back all the old bosses.
yeah, because you got like Kefka, you got X-Death.
Yeah. We me, Taunton Overrun may have ran parts of Omega several times.
Okay, I assumed everybody here had done that, but never mind.
No, we've done it. Oberon, in fact.
Apparently, I'm with a bunch of scrubs in here. Don't even do the raid.
I'll have you
Have
know,
you not
Oberon
seen-
is number
Big
8
scrub.
in the world for heals per second as a Dragoon.
Number 8.
On Midgard Summer, number 8 in the world.
Oh,
Look at
Jesus
scrub.
Christ.
Yeah.
Work counts.
I'm the Dr. Dragoon.
Yeah.
Dragoon MD. Okie dokie.
As you can guess heals per second is a very competitive leaderboard for
For
DPS.
DPS, yeah. It's
I'm
usually
surprised.
it's kind of usually capped off by like red mages and characters who actually have a healing skill, but occasionally a dragoon just goes the extra mile and gets up there.
I was looking at some of the top HPS red mage logs for like chaos and stuff. It's like 36 per.
Hello, damn.
That's like more their cures than cures I would cast as a healer in that fight.
It's more kills than you should need to cast as a healer in that fight.
But what about,
X-Death is
your
pretty
lilies
good, but
and your free cure 2s? Aren't those important?
this is super important. But honestly, with X-Death, a lot of the damage can be avoided until you get to some of the raid wides, like the Meteor and I guess the Holy as well. The stack mechanics, yeah.
I love Exeter. It's such a cool fight.
It is actually a really good fight. Although I do have to say, after playing some of the raids, and then going back to the story content for Prelude in Violet, I do kind of feel like a little bit undertaxed all of a sudden. As a
How do
white
you mean?
mage. I mean as much as, okay, oh, I need to move here, okay, I move there, and this person is on low health, and I feel like I ought to be panicking right about now, because, I mean, everybody's health bar is fine. I'm looking at them, everybody's okay, there's no crazy mechanics. I guess I'll just stand over here, maybe I'll dance for a while, this is fine. Nothing's
could play
going on.
those
You
more
could do
often,
DPS,
whenever. Fine.
like
Yeah.
stone.
if nothing is going horribly wrong, I feel like I feel a bit anxious after raiding. Because of course you go into raiding and nobody fucking knows how to raid in that game. So you go in there and you're having to pop constant fucking Medica 2s, Medica 1s.
Yeah. No,
Benediction has far too long a cooldown.
yeah. No, the melee DPSs in my stats are absolutely trash. It's
Oh.
Especially the Dragoon.
yeah. To be honest,
I know the samurai's pretty good.
the bard's also pretty trash. Like, despite being the most mobile class for DPSing, just constantly standing still, getting hit
Oh
by
god, that
AoEs.
tilted me so goddamn much last night.
No one explained how to do flamethrower, okay? No one explained how to do that.
The fact that you just stood there, just like,
I was like, am I supposed to...
why am I dying?
I'm yeah, oh, yeah. I should probably say
I thought
I'm the bard.
you're given the power to make it so well, actually no, you're not really. I've been given the power to kill you. You can't kill me. It just makes it so much better. I can make that little area you could stand into so small.
Yeah, but I can just move backward, like farther out from the boss and still do DPS.
True, but you'll die.
Well, I'll die anyway.
You'll die anyway.
Well, that's true.
I think we all die anyway, don't we?
I don't know.
Speaking of
Oh, we bit.
people dying in large quantities, Dungeons and Dragons, my friends.
What's that?
I think it's a video
Dungeons
game.
and Dragons.
Never heard of it.
Sounds like some sort of game.
Yeah.
Dungeons and Dragons is a fantasy tabletop role-playing game
Whoa,
RPG.
whoa.
originally
Do I have-
designed
do I have
by
to
Gary
turn-
Gygax
do I
and
have to
Dave
turn-
Arneson.
Do I have to turn the stream NSFW for all this kinky shit?
This is
Well,
from
It
It's
depends what
fantasy
kind of role-playing you guys end up
tabletop.
doing.
Oh,
No. Pass.
Somebody's going to be on top of that table.
Oh, good lord.
But yeah, okay, so in the last session, we spent a bit of time just going between the characters, getting to know everybody just a little bit of an intro sneak peek, I suppose, into the characters and their lives and what we can expect from them. And eventually, we actually got you guys a quest. Wouldn't you know it? I can hardly believe it when we actually got around to it. You guys actually received a quest to go out and do something in the world with your lives.
What?
For those who don't quite remember, you were hired by the mayor of a small town called Ownstone, which appears to be a primarily human goblin establishment. Mayor has asked you to go and investigate some recent disappearances, murders, slaughterings of some livestock on a farm, a place called Navis Farm, just outside of town, just north of the river, I believe. Hopefully next time we'll actually have a map after I have finally stopped sitting on my hands for a week. And I think for this episode we have like the credit sequence. It's all fancy and nice. It's probably like quite minimalist because we don't know what to expect yet. And as the intro music fades out, we fade in on a wide shot. It gives us a view of a number of colourful figures stood in a field on a frosty morning of just outside this town of Ownstone. Pack of goats is slowly meandering between the group of you. And I think, we cut closer on you guys, and we see that one of the patches of ground has been covered in like blood or gore. There's this dark red substance that's kind of like soaked into the earth, melted some of the frost on the ground.
Awesome.
So there are two areas where different characters can be for right now, unless you want to like throw out that you are actually way off in the distance, like doing something else, like peeing on a rock or something. First one is inspecting this frost-covered pile of this frost-covered blood pool. And
Can we understand the goats?
Understand.
Why, Tom?
Can we ask the goats what happened?
Are you planning a romantic interlude, Tom? I didn't know you were Welsh.
No, just ask them what happened.
Yeah, roll me an intelligence save.
How do I do that again? Oh, yeah, no, I know. Where's the thing? I think I'm going
I'm
to
excited
fail 'cause
now.
I can't
Yeah, if you-
even find it.
It is on your character sheet.
1 second, I think I need to restart that.
Yeah, if you look on your character sheet, you've got a list of saving throws: strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, charisma.
For some reason, the character sheets are just blank.
Oh, that's weird.
Rip.
Oh, there
Are
we go.
you-
Okay, I found it. I got it.
Got
now.
it?
Yeah, sorry.
Remember, you have inspiration. If you guys do at any point want to use your inspiration to gain advantage on one of these checks, you have to announce it before you roll the dice. That's the rule.
Okay.
Okay.
I wouldn't recommend
what-
using it for this.
No, probably not, because I've just bullshitted my way into this, really.
Yeah.
What am I clicking? Sorry.
So if you just click on where it says intelligence under saving throws, or above saving throws, technically in that little box.
There we go.
You are fairly sure that a goat named Winifred is pleading with you to help her find her tinned goods. Unfortunately, tinned goods have not yet been invented, so you're not sure what she's talking about.
Okay, so it's pretty pointless then. Okay, that's alright. Thank you, Winifred.
Yeah, if-
Goodbye.
Could you also roll me a wisdom saving throw?
Wisdom.
Oh, look
17.
at that.
Yeah, you are wise enough to realize that you might need help.
I don't think I needed a roll for that.
I think you did, based on that. Based on speaking to Winifred. Yeah. So, there are kind of two major areas in this scene that I want to cover, and then if you guys want to wander off and do anything else, then that is perfectly a-okay. First one is whoever is inspecting the kind of pool of blood here. Or it's less a pool, more like a series of splatters of blood in like a centralized area. And then standing off to one side, like maybe 20 feet away, there is a teary-eyed farmer who is speaking to you along with one of his farm hands as well. His farm hand is in a bit of a temper. So I guess let's start off at the farmer, I suppose. So who is speaking to the farmer about what happened?
I'm looking at the blood. I don't want to get near that emotional farmer.
I guess I'll talk to the farmer there.
Oh, I can go with Soraya. We can go good cop, bad cop.
Yeah.
Or good cop, good cop.
Good cop, better cop.
What did you do to the goat? I didn't do anything to the goat.
We know you're Welsh. What did you do to the goats? So yeah, I go up to the farmer and it's like, "Is everything okay, Mister?"
Yeah, he turns to you, and yeah, he's kind of just this kind of poor bloody infantry kind of appearance where he's got like pretty dirt covered face, hair doesn't look like it's been washed ever, and yeah, he's just got like these tears, like his mud covered face has like streaks of clear skin where tears have rolled down his eyes and very bloodshot, and he turns to you and says, everything's not alright if I'm perfectly honest. Are you part of the? Are you the people that the mayor said that she would send?
Yeah, the mayor did send us to do things. What is it particularly that you need help with?
Well, he kind of like just gestures towards the splatters nearby. It happened last night. I didn't see what was going on. I heard them screaming and I ran out. And I was too late. I did a count. I did a count when the sun came up. 5 of them are gone. Little Billy, little Jeffrey, little Durandorel,
Can I interject from the back? Like I'm just standing off. At least Winifred's all right.
Oh, she prefers to be called Winnie. Yeah, I think I think he's got a farmhand with him. I think a half elf lady who looks a little bit less filthy, but rather like she's got a fierce look in her eyes as she kind of like approaches you, Soraya, and says, "I'm telling." She approaches you and she says, "And have you arrested the goblin bastards who did it?"
But how do you know it was goblins who did it?
Oh, who the fuck else was going to come and harass our goats? We've had goblins harassing our goats for months, and we haven't done anything about it. You see the farmer is kind of like just, he like turns away from her, just like trying to avoid eye contact.
Can I ask them, did either of them hear anything about what might have killed the goats or what?
Yeah, the farmer nods again. Yes, I last night I heard them screaming some. I could have sworn some infernal cackling, but by the time I had my boots on and I'd found a good scythe to scare off whatever was coming, it was all over by the time I was out here.
It's okay. You did the best you could. We're
That was
here to help.
brave of you to try and scare it off with a scythe.
It wasn't enough for Billy's poor mother. She's already lost 2 and winter's coming. Yeah, I think the half elf, the farmhand, continues. So, have you arrested any goblins, or are we just letting this happen now?
What goblins in particular should we be arresting?
I don't know. Talk to the mayor. Maybe he knows something. Just we've had goblins. We've been complaining about the goblins coming here, harassing our goats. And I think the farmer interrupts us. They were harmless. They didn't hurt the goats. They were just playing. And she counters him and said, and that's why their milk was turning sour. They were harassing them. They were terrifying the poor things. They kind of like break into a small, rather heartfelt argument. You see tears forming in the half-elf's eyes as well. Should we take this opportunity as like they're arguing to cut over to the Gorefest?
Check out, yeah. Go see the
Yeah.
carcasses.
Yeah.
Yeah. So who
See you
is
later,
who
guys.
is?
I was there.
Alright, so we've got Ren and
I'll be there too.
Ren and Pont and just wait.
So what are we seeing in front of it?
So give me a second, and I will remind you. Let's see. Ah yes, Ren the dwarf warlock and Taunt our dragonborn paladin. Yes. Okay. So you look. So yeah. What you can see is on the ground there is a fairly significant amount of blood splatter. It looks like something potentially of the size of several goats was killed here in this location. There's enough blood that it definitely looks like mortal wounds from what you can see. And any further than that, and I'll have to get you to roll a survival or possibly medicine check.
Ooh, can I roll a medicine check?
You absolutely can.
I'll roll a survival check.
Perception actually is also applicable for this.
What about investigation?
Investigation works, absolutely.
Okay, I'm gonna take investigation.
If anybody inspecting these. Okay, so
medicine.
Ren, good investigation there.
Damn it.
And Taunt, 11. Alright, yeah, Taunt. So, important thing to note, the blood is definitely red, so there are things in this world which have different coloured blood, but goats, humans, etc., do seem to have the same color blood, and that is definitely what this appears to be. Otherwise, yeah, you can tell enough blood from several goats, and it definitely appears to be enough to probably have caused death to whatever suffered these injuries. Ren, let's see. I think Ren, you can actually pick out footprints among the slightly crisp grass from last night's events. Let me see. Yeah, you can pick out several sets of footprints that are definitely from small humanoids of some description. I don't think you know necessarily what kind of humanoid, but yeah.
How small are we talking here? Like goblin size?
Yeah, so small size is like an actual thing, not in like the setting. You wouldn't you in character wouldn't describe something as it is small size. It is medium size. Small size would be but like about the size of a goblin, whereas humans would be medium size. I don't think Taunt is quite large enough to be pushing large, but getting close there.
If he eats any more scones, you might be able Okay, wow.
Can also actually let me just quickly check your guys' passive perceptions. Let's see, Ren. That is entirely the wrong one. There we go. Character sheet. Passive perception 11 and Taunt passive perception 10. Okay. So I think Ren, you're the one that finds this as well as you are searching through the tracing the footprints. I think you also find something that's kind of like a small crusted object that's kind of partially camouflaged against the blood of the ground. Just this shriveled black object. Reaching for it, I don't know. You tell me if you pick it up or not.
I want to try and look at it first, see
Like
if I can see it. Is it covered in dirt?
Not really covered in dirt. It's more. It's maybe been like trampled into the ground a bit, either by like hooves or footprints. You find looking carefully at it without touching it. You see that it appears to be a small, like shriveled up hand, like a severed hand, lying on the ground. Amidst all of this.
The fuck is going on? Can I just kind of like flick the hand out of the mud a bit with my staff?
Yeah, I think you can like work it, work it up a bit and like kind of move it into a clearer area, and yeah, like being able to see it more clearly now. Yeah, this is first of all definitely a hand, definitely severed. It appears to be the severed hand, like a severed goblin hand, and kind of like clutched like rigor mortis in its grip is a small, fairly intricately carved dagger.
These goats are fucking dangerous.
Does it look like does it look like the hand is being severed like cleanly or like ripped off or something?
Roll me. That's going to be another check. I am happy to call it either. I'm happy to call that medicine. Maybe not medicine. I'm happy to call that investigation, or what else have we got?
Can I also roll for that? Or...
Yeah. Maybe not nature. Yeah.
I'm glad one of us got it.
What I actually should have told you guys is about the aid action where
Oh yeah.
one person if more than one person wants to roll on a thing, the traditional thing to do actually is to have one person roll, but the other person is helping them, so the first person has advantage on the roll. But you guys rolled pretty well there. We'll remember it. I'll try to remember it for next time.
Okay,
17 on investigation. Yeah, cut clean through. Like, maybe actually, probably not cut clean through. Probably like hacked a couple of times.
So,
But
like
definitely with like a blade.
Can I pick up the hand and take it over to the farmer and the elf that's with him and just look at their reaction?
You absolutely can.
Like
Yes.
I'm looking to see if she reacts to it, because
Yeah.
I think she was probably in.
Yeah, I don't trust the elf lady.
Okay. So yeah, you take it over to them, and yeah, I think maybe in the TV version of this we don't like see the hand like at first, like it's kind of cut so that you like somebody spots like sorry, specifically I should say Ren spots the object on the ground, like kind of shifts it about a bit, and then like picks it up and like carries it over, and we don't see what it is until it gets to the farmer and the farmhand.
I just
Uh,
throw it on the floor in front of them.
Yeah, you throw it on the floor, and yeah, like then we get like the kind of reveal and the dramatic music flair on that, and yeah, like the farmer kind of gasps and like covers his mouth with both hands, takes a step away from it, and the farmhand like kind of goes pale and a little bit wide-eyed. Roll me an insight check.
I'm looking for that now. I can't see. Oh, here it is. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. Hang on. Before you do that, Soraya or Oberon, you guys can assist if you like.
Yeah,
if,
I'll
you,
assist.
if you want to, can watch and then confer later.
So I just do it like normal, yeah.
Yes, and then we'll just like pick the higher of the two rolls.
Oh.
Alright, there you go. So you get a 16. Yeah, this is definitely like a genuine shock reaction from both of them. Like neither of them expected to or wanted to see this. This is unpleasant for them both. You don't get the impression that either of them were in on it.
Okay. Well,
Well, there goes
don't know.
suspect number one.
yeah.
Yeah.
It could be. It could be the goat.
This was never confirmed
The
or
goat,
denied.
the goatspiracy.
It was Winnie.
That damn talking.
Winifred would never do that.
I don't know. Winnie seems like she's got a mean streak. You don't cross me, Winnie.
Do we just kill
Another
the
goat
goat?
stole all her canned goods. She's killing them all off until she finds out who. A goblin tried to
And
intervene.
anyone got any ideas then what we should do?
Well,
'Cause I mean,
it's.
I meant to ask before, sorry. Are the goat corpses there, or is it just like literally a blood?
Literally just like the blood splatters, no corpses.
oh yeah, I was
Grim.
gonna ask.
Like that goblin hand is like the most that is the most corpse that you have seen in this place.
Well,
But so the
And-
corpses are missing. Can I ask the farmer if if he's taken the corpses or if they disappeared?
He shakes his head. I didn't see them. Where did you find that? Like he pointed the goblin hand. He looks like he might be about to be sick.
Oh, I found it in the big pool of blood.
Oh God. I don't and he like turns to the half elf woman, and Sally's I don't think goblins did this. And yeah, you see her like trying, like struggling to think up a reason why a goblin might have just cut off another goblin's hand in the midst of a fucking like livestock robbery, and she is struggling.
So, okay, this is kind of asking you and then asking them at the same time,
Yeah.
so I can get an understanding. There's
Sure.
a pool of blood. I found a goblin hand with a knife or a dagger,
Yep.
and the corpses are gone, and they don't know where the corpses are.
Exactly. Yeah. Hey Tom, while you're over there, are you still looking like the pool of blood, trying to
Yeah, I'm just staring at it intently.
Thinking about his next
Just-
gone, probably.
brow furrowed?
Feeling hungry.
Yeah. Do you want to make me give me a check, either a survival or perception, please?
Let's go for perception then.
I'll give you difficulty. I'm gonna call this one difficulty 8. Okay, good. Yeah. Looking at this, you can see a couple of kind of like the blood streaks slightly as it leads in the blood streaks in a direction, and it appears to be like kind of dragging northwards from where you are, and ominously enough, northwards like leads straight into what appears to be a pretty dense forest.
Is that where
Just,
I saw the
like-
footprints lead into?
With your investigation, I think you saw the footprints. I don't think you saw them like coming or going in any particular direction.
Okay. Yeah. I want to pick up that knife as well and inspect it.
Sure.
If there's
No, it's-
anything
you know,
special or unique about.
Yeah, it's a pretty well crafted knife. It's fairly intricately carved. Let me think for a second. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I'm just trying to think if there's any skills or anything that would apply to inspecting an item.
History?
Uh,
Or is that more local history?
No, I don't think this is like local history. Actually, there's a bit of local history tied to this, but I'm not sure if Ren would have that available to him.
Well, I have pretty good knowledge on his.
That's true, but I imagine that to be well. Yeah, make me a
I
history.
also have
Oh.
the research attribute, which means that I usually know.
Tell you what, actually, roll me an Arcana check.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So I don't know if you grew up in like a like major kind of dwarven society, but dwarves are pretty much like the major producers of magic items, and you fucking know how to spot a magic item when you see one. This is definitely an item imbued with some level of magical capability, though you can't say just by looking at it what that capability is or how powerful.
Okay.
It is a special knife.
Can I keep hold of the knife for now?
Doesn't
No.
sound suspicious at all.
Find
That's
the people,
my knife.
bitch.
Oh,
Come on, man.
You know he's gonna try and steal it in your sleep.
Yeah, I know.
well, yeah, but
Just don't sleep.
Come on, man! It's Tont's birthday, and he wants it. His birthday present.
Um, yeah, you can hold the knife. I don't really care. I mean,
I wasn't
Yeah,
actually trying to
I don't
manipulate
get
you in any direction. I was just making a Gollum joke.
No, I understand, but
I
I mean, if it's cursed, so I can eat the
yeah,
curse.
and if it,
Win-win.
I'm just saying because, well, we've been sent on a dangerous quest, and the easiest way to figure out whether this knife's magical abilities are, good or bad, is to use it at some point.
yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. So we'll see.
Yeah.
I can always kill you and take it back if I want.
Oh yeah, that's fair enough.
Maybe we should investigate the fact that the blood's leading into the forest instead
Yeah,
of
well,
looking
that's
at
what
the
I was
dagger.
gonna say. I want to
That-
take the dagger and then go to the forest, but it's got a bit.
Yeah.
So yes, I noticed that the blood is dragging into the thing. They're all arguing over the dagger, and I just wander off towards the forest.
Okay, before we go, I'm gonna ask them if they recognize the.
Oh, the farmer.
Yeah.
Farmers, no, they shake their heads. They haven't seen it before. Actually, I'll tell you what. Let me make a roll for them.
Okay.
These are like poor bloody infantry farmers. So let's give them -1 on that. And I'm gonna say difficulty on that is probably 15. As there's two of them, I'll give them advantage. Actually, I'll give them two checks on this. Wow. Yeah, no, neither of them have seen this before.
Okay, I'll give it to Soraya and then we can follow.
Yeah, we kind of wander after Tom.
Yeah, you guys just like you guys discuss this with the farmers. You talk about the dagger, who gets to hold it, and then you look around and your dragon has just wandered off.
Damn it, Puff! Come on, man.
Perhaps he smells baked goods coming from the forest.
I smell scones. Come this way.
Alright, let's
Alright,
follow
we
Tom
follow.
then.
Yeah, give chase.
By the way, as this is happening, do we just have like Alice, who's comatose, like on wheels, and we're just
Dragon behind.
I think she's. I think Taunt is like dragging her like on a sled.
Why'd I have to drag her?
You're the dragon, paladin. You have to protect the weak
You're the
and
strongest.
Okay, fine.
No, I think maybe she's. I'm not sure. Like with Alice, I think maybe just kind of probably like stayed behind in town, got distracted by somebody blaspheming
Hookers.
against her god.
Sorry. Got a back off.
Those are Claire's from Market Street.
Okay, so yeah, we're going to the forest.
Yeah, seems so. Taunt, you're leading the way here. What's your direction?
Just towards the forest. So it was north, was it?
Yeah, so you reach the edge of the forest pretty soon. Like it stops quite close to the edge of the farm. I think like as everybody else goes, the farmer Navis just kind of like calls out after you guys like, wait, do you need anything else? What happened to my goats? Really?
We're dealing with it, man. Chill.
Don't worry, if we find out anything, you'll be the first to know.
we're gonna go look for whatever did this.
Yeah.
We'll never see you again.
See you later.
Yeah. I suggest to my fellow party members that I perhaps should scout ahead, as I have.
You're gonna speak.
I am stealthy and nimble and good at spotting, dangerous, hurty things.
You can be the trap monkey.
The canary in the cage.
By
Sounds
all
good.
means, little tramp monkey, go ahead.
So yeah.
Okay. So you want to kind of scout ahead, lead the
Yeah,
way?
scout ahead a bit.
Okay, so are you trying to like follow any particular trail? Are you just heading roughly in the direction of north and hoping you come across something?
Well, there was a bit of a blood trail, right?
Yes. Yeah. So
Yeah,
if you want to follow that, I'll just
I
be
will
a basic
try
roll
and
check.
follow the blood trail.
Yeah. Okay. That'll be just a survival check to follow a trail.
Can we assist or not?
It depends how close you want to be
Yeah,
to
it's just no.
Soraya.
He's a.
Like you'd have to be keeping kind of abreast of him. But
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Never mind.
okay. 13. I had a DC here. The DC was 12. Nice. Okay, yep, survival check is a good one. Yeah, you managed to follow after several hundred meters of following this this bloody trail through just wandering through the forest a short ways. After a while, you realize, you maybe pick out after a while that it's actually several bloody trails. Like they occasionally split off and then reconvene in like small, quite like subtle hints, I guess, of just small splatter of blood on this leaf here, occasional like footprint or drag mark here, broken twigs there. It's like kind of like Predator, where you follow the bright green blood. After several hundred meters, your nose just gets kind of like suddenly assaulted by this horrific stench as you arrive at a clearing within the forest, like this circular clearing among the trees. Looking ahead, you can see you can see what appears to be a mound of something, kind of pretty much just in the center of this clearing ahead of you. Do you want to continue scouting? or
Yeah,
you
I'll
wait for the
continue
others?
scouting stealthily, like
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
creeping
For
toward it.
for no reason whatsoever, how far back is everybody else? How far ahead do you let Soraya get?
Please be close, please be close, please be close.
Are we like on the edge of the clearing as he walks in?
Soraya right now is at the edge of the clearing, and he seems to be happy to keep going on ahead. So you can like see him further ahead of you, maybe. Like I just want to know how far back you are, roughly. Like 20 feet back, 30 feet
Like
back.
30, 40 feet, maybe?
Yeah, 20,
Longer?
30
Far
sounds
enough that,
good.
like you know, whatever the radius of a fireball is.
That sounds ominous.
That sounds
a bit
about
more than
right.
that. Yeah, just a bit more than that. Yeah. No, there's no fireballs. Don't worry. I am not that cruel. Okay, so yeah, like, you're like 30 feet back, and so you may be like 10, 15 seconds after he enters the clearing, you'll arrive there as well. Arrive there at the edge of it as well. Okay. What was that noise? Oh, I think it might be raining. Okay. I was very confused. I thought I heard something like water boiling behind me. Like, what the fuck?
You turn around and there's a talking goat in your...
Standing on its hind legs with a tray of tins.
With the rest of the goblin.
Just cutting him up and putting him in the tin cans. Do you want to buy some
Winifred's
tin goblin?
tinned goblin. Goblin soup.
Yeah. I attempt to sneak into the clearing to see what the big mound is.
Okay. Yeah. Make a stealth check for me.
Oh wow! Wait,
Oh, nice.
That's with a plus.
You roll a 1.
That's plus with a. Damn, that's with +7. Shit. I rolled a 2 and a 1.
Wow. Nice. All right. Yeah, you approach the. Actually, sorry. Let me actually do that one again as well. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Pardon me. Yeah. So you stealth your way, and like sneaking forwards a bit, getting up close to a fallen log, and then somersaulting over it at just the right moment. You approach the center of this clearing, and yeah, just the loud buzzing of flies, the horrible stench. There's just a pile of what appears to be semi-rotting corpses just in the middle of this forest clearing.
I attempt to discern what kind of corpses they are.
Okay, medicine or survival? Or investigation, if you like, I suppose. Apparently I forgot that investigation existed when I wrote these notes.
Okay, I'll roll investigation.
Difficulty is 12. Remember that you have advantage if any of you want to use it.
Okay.
10. Yeah, like, to you, it's just like, just this pile of bloody bones. You, it's a, thick pool of kind of, dried blood, again, from one gore scene to another, it seems. Pooled underneath, and then just, yeah, these bones just, stacked on top of it.
I poke the mound.
Yes, sorry, you poke it?
Yes, I poke it.
Okay, you poke at it. You take 10 stress damage. The hero reads a most unsettling passage. Yeah, you poke at the bone pile, and yeah, they clink and clatter as bones should. It's definitely not an illusion, as far as you can tell. You also get the strangest sense. Let me just quickly double check your passive perception on here. Eventually, come on, where is it? There it is. That's perception 10. You get this strangest feeling of being watched as you poke at these things, and I think it's kind of as you're realizing something feels a bit wrong here. It's a little bit too quiet in this forest. I think it's about then that Taunt, Oberon, and Ren all catch up with you. And yeah, you guys all see this as well. Just this pile of bones and blood just in the middle of this clearing.
I say loudly. It's a shame I'm out here all on my own with no backup. This is a really, really weird pile of bones. I say loudly, to try and signal to the group that something might be up.
Has everyone else just from here? Has everyone else just stopped at the edge of the clearing to watch?
Yeah, I want to see what I want to see where this goes.
Can we just like give Soraya a wave?
It's just stunning.
Not make an active move to help him.
Give him a thumbs up.
You got this.
Don't worry, Soraya, they're right behind you, hiding.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Can we
you
see
can't-
anything? Like, either of us three? Can we see if whoever's watching him?
I mean, you don't have that. You don't have that sense of him being watched, of Soraya
Right.
being watched. I mean, for all you know, it could be yourselves who are watching him. You guys are definitely watching him.
Okay.
But tell you what, let me just do a quick run through character sheets. There's the one I was missing. Good to know.
Well, I know what I
But
want
tell
to
you
do.
what. What's that?
I know what I want to do next, but if you're gonna say something, go ahead.
I will say that, yeah, Oberon, you actually, with your 12 passive perception, it's a mighty passive perception, you notice, like you get that same feeling of being watched, and as you're just kind of like scanning around across the clearing, you swear that you see like a pair of like pinpricks of light just like on the far side of the clearing. Kind of like the real world equivalent would be like seeing a cat's eyes just in the dark, like those reflective eyes just staring back at you.
Creepy as fuck. Can I signal to the others that something might be over there?
Yeah, you can like just like wave to them and try to point it out.
Is that a dumb move? Another question.
No, I think you can do it relatively. Like are you trying to be stealthy about it?
I mean, yeah. I may as well try.
Sure.
It's watching
Okay,
us anyway, isn't it?
Yeah. It whatever it is, it appears to be watching. Certainly, Soraya. You're not sure if it's caught onto you as well, but I don't think you guys have been like trying to stealth your way through this
Yeah.
forest. So, but yeah, if you want to like stealth, like just subtly indicate to the others, yeah, hang on, there's something over there. Look. Then yeah, you can make a stealth check, and they can make a perception check.
I can try that and try and stealthily give them a nudge. Yeah. Shall I roll stealth?
Yeah, do it.
RNG, please.
Okay, that's pretty good. That's
Easy.
pretty good. That's actually better than I can roll. So that's fine. That's fantastic. I don't even need to bother. Yeah. So yeah, Taunt and Ren, you guys, the bar tries to signal to you like something is over there. Do you want to make perception checks?
Okay.
You could potentially just delegate one of you to do a perception check, and they do it at advantage if you're both looking.
What's your perception?
0.
Okay, you can assist me.
Okey doke.
13. Yeah, that's going to break it. Yeah, Ren, you look over there, and yeah, you can like now that you wouldn't have noticed it just naturally, but now that Nat 20 has pointed this out to you, yeah, you can definitely see the pinpricks there, and actually, as you watch, you swear you see like several more pairs of eyes just like staring back at you from the darkness on the other side of the clearing.
Okay.
Yeah, just like all like seemingly like I say from the other side of the clearing, like spread out in kind of a almost a semicircle, and yeah, like something is either moving or you can see the pinpricks of light, and they all seem to be directed inwards towards Soraya right now.
Okay, so I'm gonna suggest to the guys I'm with that quietly that we wait and see if they come and attack Soraya, because then we'll get surprise on them. So we'll just see what happens.
Right. So I
So Soraya, what are you doing as your friends? Kind of like just they're all just like chilling at the edge of the clearing, watching you, just waiting.
well
Looking edgy.
I since I felt I was being watched and I said loudly that I was alone. try and hide them. I'm just gonna kind of like just keep walking around and like poking different parts of the big mound to see if there's anything sort of different from blood and guts in it.
Poking around at it, you specifically notice, I think, make me an investigation check. You just do another one for me. As you're, like, continuing to check this out. I think a 10 is enough to reasonably notice. There's no, like, guts in here, there's no organs, there's no flesh, no muscle, no skin. It's purely just, like, bones and excess blood is in this. It's pretty weird. But I think it is, as you're kind of realizing that something is going to happen. Let's see.
Before that something happens, can I stealthily draw my sword and shield?
I think so. Yeah. I think that's reasonable. Yeah. I think we haven't got tokens for you guys yet, have we? So we'll just do this in the theater of the mind, and I'll get some tokens for us all set up for the next session. I think you finally hear like a twig snap, Soraya, to just like the probably the north or like one edge of the clearing, like away from your friends, and you see a figure approaching you, like just stepping out of the shadows of the clearing. It is a hooded figure, like wearing a black cloak with a hood, kind of like haphazardly, kind of like trying to cover up the mask that it's wearing. It is wearing what appears to be the still bloody skull of a goat as a mask of sorts. And yeah, you can't really make out any features from where you are unless you would like to make a nature roll or something to that effect. But that would probably be an action from you. So just so you're aware, this thing steps out. Initiative is about to begin. This thing steps out and kind of like holds its arms out to its sides, tilts its masked head back, and just gives this warbling, gurgling cry of you're not really sure. It's just this weird, unsettling screech of something. Quick question. Let me just quickly go around the party here. What languages can y'all speak?
I can speak Common, Elvish, Halfling, and Thieves' Cant.
Okay. Yeah. What else? have we got?
I can speak
in the
Abyssal, Celestial, Common, Dwarvish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got Common, Elvish, and the Common.
Common and Undercommon was that?
Yeah,
Everyone.
and Elvish.
And Elvish.
I
And
have
Stott?
Common, Deep Speech, Draconic, and Elvish.
Okay, Taunt, in that case, yeah, you are the only one who can recognize this. This creature, whatever it is, I should probably also mention that just based on the relative distance between you, like factoring that in and the size of like the goat skull that it's wearing, this is actually also a small creature. It's a small sized, so kind of like the height and general width and breadth of a goblin. This thing is speaking Draconic, and I don't think it's like saying anything like I don't think it's speaking like a sentence, but it's giving a warbling cry of like a war cry in Draconic. Roll me very quickly a religion check as you hear this.
Religion.
11. No, like you don't notice any significance about it. It sounds just like a warbling cry of probably just a cry of adulation of some description as it steps out into the sunlight facing Soraya. And yeah, Soraya, if you like, we can roll initiative.
I just
We
Is it
also
okay? Is
roll
it
in
okay if I like have the dagger we found in the goblin's hand out?
I don't know if you have it out, but you'll be able to draw it as like part of a move action. It won't be a a massive deal just getting that into your hand.
Okay, so
And let's get initiative from everybody. I'll set up a turn order. Pardon me, good lord. I'll set up a turn order here. Right, so we need to add. Let's see. So Soraya, first of all.
Where is initiative? Well, it's at home. Oh.
Bad guys. Initiative. Yeah, it's just above hit points, next to armor class. Oh, you got it. Oh. All right. So Sarai, you've got a. Where is it? 12. There we go. Oberon, 20. Very nice. Ren, 13. Taunt, 16. So everybody is going before Soraya, fortunately enough. So you guys have time to maybe like close the distance here before Soraya just gets assaulted. And bad guys, I need to roll for them. They get +2. Wow!
So
Nice.
lucky.
All
So
right.
bad guys.
Slot that into a no descending. And do I have any music at all in this game? It would help if I tested it.
Despacito.
Pardon?
Just Despacito.
Despacito, this is how we do it down in Puerto Rico.
I'll have to land that on my loot, won't I?
Oh god. I'm just gonna hit this button and see what happens.
Oh, music.
Ominous.
Ooh.
Yeah, that'll do. Alright. By the way, Soraya, if your stream gets shut down or copyright music, oh well.
Twitch has like no, it's fine. Twitch has like no copyright protection at all. It's hilarious.
I bet it definitely won't mute the stream for like 30 seconds at a time every time it hears something copyrighted. This is the part where I just like start playing like fucking Snoop Dogg or whatever on here just to fuck with you.
Twitch doesn't do that.
Does it not do that anymore?
The
No,
pods get muted.
VODs
Yeah,
get muted, but I'm recording it locally,
Ah,
so
Okay.
handy.
yeah.
All right, Oberon, you have the initiative. This small creature wearing the skull of a recently deceased goat has just stepped into the clearing, thrown back its head, and just gone at Soraya.
It's a goat mancer.
How far away?
It's the spirit
Can
of the goat.
Wait, does this mean it's a
Coming
blue
back.
mage?
Confirm.
Yes, this is how Square Enix is announcing revealing the announcement of the Blue Mage for Final Fantasy XIV. It is now unlocked for all of your characters. You were specially chosen. I'm a fucking agent. No, sent by Yoshi P. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, this thing is. Let's see. I'm gonna say I think the clearing is probably about 60 feet across. And yeah, so let me just actually drag you guys over to like a blank sheet here. So let's see.
What? You can do that?
Yeah, I can do all kinds of shit. The clearing, about 60 feet across. Trees kind of like all around over here. And let's get regular. And alright, so Soraya is in the middle here, about 30 feet out. Let me go ahead and actually use one of these tokens. Handy dandy. Hopefully this doesn't ruin the surprise. No, perfect. Just set that Let's see. Yeah. I'll give you a health bar on him. He's got, what was it? That and that. Save. Okay. And then let me check here. So then we need Oberon, Ren, and Taunt as well. So let's get.
Ooh.
I'll just do all of you guys in roughly the same color. So T and R, and we'll do an N. Nice. I'll actually just. I'll actually put Soraya just slightly to the side there, and
Oh shit, I didn't mean to click that. I was trying to check the range.
no worries. There.
Wait, who's N?
Me.
That's Nat 20, the bard.
Right.
There we go. All right. So, yeah, Oberon, you have got the initiative. What would you like to do in this situation?
So we're fairly sure that more stuff is behind that dude, yeah. Because we saw more eyes than two.
Let me see. Ren definitely saw more eyes.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't think you've seen those yet, I'm afraid.
Sick. Is my view of this dude, like, do I have line of sight or is the pile in my way?
No, you've got line of sight. The pile's not like eye level or anything. It's maybe a foot tall at most.
How do you, like, range check?
So if you scroll down if you see in the top left, you've got a list of tools.
Yeah.
One of those is a ruler. So you are like 45 feet away at the moment.
Alright, cool. Well, yeah, I may as well just BM him, Vicious Mockery, BM this little thing that I reckon is a kobold, but out of character.
You keep that shit out of character.
Yep. See it? Do I have to click Vicious Mockery again?
No. So yeah, no. It's just we'll keep. I'll let you keep the 4 on that one. So yeah, I need to do a Wisdom saving throw for him. His saving throw is going to be. I'm going to give him a. Yeah. I have to follow the rules. Follow the rules, Steven. God damn it. He rolls a 12, so he fails that. So yeah, he's going to take the 4 damage. Is there any additional effect of Vicious Mockery?
I think there is, but I can't remember. I want to say it gives disadvantage, but I might be talking shit. How do you look it up?
Let's see. It's the little eye symbol in the top,
Yeah,
right? So let's just go and. How if I could spell
Yeah, it sounds
Viscous Mockery?
Yeah, save or damage and have disadvantage on the next attack roll before its next turn, if that makes sense. So I think
Yes. Yeah. The next attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn. Okay. Cool. What does that look like? This is like the first spell cast that we're seeing, and the first like attack that we've got from a party member. So having that 4 and that fail was actually a fantastic opening. What does that look like?
So I see this skull dude and I just shout, yeah, it looks fucking stupid.
Yeah, I think as you say that, you interrupt the like warbling like adulation that it was doing, and it just like kind of like looks at you and just like its composure is just gone, and it's just like it just takes a minute to like just kind of like head kind of like flitting around, so like what? Did he was insulting my hat? What do I don't know what to do.
There's more
he
insults where
freezes
that
up.
came from.
All right. Do you want to do a move action at all?
Yeah, I'll move 3 squares, like here. I'm pinging.
Okay. Yeah, I'll drag your. There it is.
Which means just get feathered by arrows.
There we go now. Okay, so sorry, one. So to here was it?
I think the one above.
One more. There we go. Okay. Cool. Taunt.
Hello.
It is your action. Bard has just insulted this creature and it has lost all composure. But it is still there.
Let's see. Oh, whoops. I thought I had some sort of throwing spear thing, or
Like a javelin? Probably do. I wouldn't be surprised.
I can't seem to find it. No, I don't think I do. Anyway, well, I don't think there's really much else I can do, so I could probably move in front to. How do I ping?
If you just click and hold when you have the mouse cursor, or you can use the ruler tool now.
So I was thinking, would I be able to move to about there?
Or
would that be too far away?
Let's see, to there?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's 30 feet. That is exactly your movement speed. So yeah, you can get there just fine. This is to here, right?
Yep.
Yep, so yeah, you put yourself squarely in front of Soraya. And any standard actions? What you could do is you could prepare an action, if you wanted. Where you just like, say, this is the action I want to do, and then you have to set a condition for it, like a mechanical condition. Like, so, for example, if that creature comes within melee range of me, I want to take a swing at it.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that. I'll prepare that if he gets close to me, then I'll swing at it.
Yeah, okay, so if a hostile creature comes close to you. Cool. Ren. Your action.
Yeah. You said that I could see eyes. Can you? Which general area am I seeing these eyes?
Alright, let me go ahead and, yeah, because you can see them, I think, I'll tell you what, I'll just, kind of, like, do a spread, because the others haven't noticed them just yet. Although I suppose it doesn't matter. I suppose it actually doesn't matter. I'll go ahead and just reveal.
Say like this, because I don't have any AoE as such, can I just target one, and you could just show that one on the map?
Yeah, well, I'm just gonna actually reveal all of them, because they're going to reveal themselves on their turn anyway. So, you see... these guys.
Ah!
Nice.
Yeah.
I kind of was hoping it was just a load of cats, but you know.
So, yeah, what would you like to do, Ren?
Is there any way that I can like click and show you what I click on the?
Yes. So if you while you've got the cursor tool, if you click and hold, that'll do a little ping there.
Okay, yeah.
Or you can use the ruler tool
This-
further down.
this
as well.
one here.
I can see that. Yep.
I'm gonna cast Hex.
Okay. What does Hex do? If you click on it, it should pop it into the chat for us.
Hang on.
Oh dear.
I've also found it now. You place a curse on a creature that you can see within range. Until this spell ends, you deal an extra 1d6 necrotic damage to the target whenever you hit it with an attack. Also, choose one ability when you cast the spell. The target has disadvantage on ability checks made with the chosen ability. You can also use bonus actions to switch it over when that creature dies. Okay, so... one bonus action... Yep, doesn't look like there's any save against it, so yeah, you can just immediately hex that creature.
It's in range, right?
Let's see, range 90 feet.
feet.
Oh, yeah, it's well within 90 feet, for sure. So I'll just pop a little tag on that guy. I'm gonna pop the little skull and crossbones on him. That guy's hexed. What
Okay,
do you, what,
and that did 5 damage, right?
let's see.
Or is it just plus?
It's yeah. Sorry, that's the bonus damage when you hit it with an attack.
Okay, yeah.
I'll broaden that to include spell attacks as well.
Yeah. Okay.
So you've that's your bonus action. So
Yeah,
that was
and now I
bonus
would
action.
like to cast Eldritch Blast.
Okay, roll it. That is 17 is definitely going to be a hit, 120 feet. So where it says Eldritch Blast at the bottom of that little tab there, just click on that and it'll show us the damage. 5 plus 4 plus another 5. It explodes.
Nice.
like if you just want me to like quickly pop that into perspective of how much it explodes, -14.
Yeah.
Do you guys see the health bars on these?
We can see it on the main one, but not the little one.
Not the rest of them.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Wow.
pops.
Oh,
It's like a fucking cherry.
damn.
So, Taunt, Soraya, and Nat, you guys see, like, you hear Ren casting a spell behind you, and then there's just a shriek of a very brief shriek of pain from off to the left of one of the creature, like still in the tree line, and there's just this splatter of gore that bursts out from just in the general direction of everywhere.
Nice.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, that's good.
All right,
Okay.
and then you still have your move action as well.
I'm
Do you
gonna
want
stay
anything
where I am.
Okay.
I don't really need to move.
All right, Soraya, your turn. After this, it will be the bad guys.
Okay, now that Taunt is right beside me, I take out my short bow and I attempt to sneak attack the big goat skull guy with my short
Okay.
bow.
So just as a heads up, I think sneak attack is only when an ally an ally is next to the target that you're going for. Let me.
Oh,
Yeah, that is
Yeah, it has to be threatened. I watched all that roll, you know, the quarter sword shit.
oh no. Sorry.
Oh god,
was my
I love
reset.
swords.
So if he's in range of the enemy, I thought it was in range. Yes. Okay, then I just short bow the guy. No
Yeah.
Sneak attack.
I mean, to be fair, you've probably got a pretty good chance of finishing him off.
Yeah. So. Click short bow.
That's definitely a hit. Click on where it says short bow at the bottom, and we'll get some damage.
Boom.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, that is another dead critter.
Yay.
Alright. Yeah, you let loose a short bow and hit with your let loose an arrow with your short bow, and yeah, it just goes straight through the thing's neck. It kind of gurgles, just slumps to its knees, kind of like drawing out the death sequence here a bit, and then just finally falls forward. I think I think just for emphasis, its skull mask cracks as it lands on its face.
Awesome.
I was hoping we could repair this.
As my bonus action, I
Yeah.
shout to my fellow adventurers, guys, maybe we should just like not kill them all, leave one alive for
I
interrogation
was
stuff.
about to say that.
But and I say it loud enough so that I assume the bad guys can hear and get a little
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds.
nervous. So yeah.
Okay. Okay, so that is unless you want to do a move action at all.
No, I like hiding here behind Tom.
Okay, very good, very good. I think everybody likes hiding behind Tom, to be honest.
I do when I have
do
Earth
thank
Checker.
you.
We need to feed him up, so we've got like a hiding.
So everyone can hide behind me.
Yeah. It's not
Goes from
paladin
half
to
cover to
four.
full cover. Okay, fantastic. All right, I think the rest of the creatures, whatever they are, like kind of like choose this opportunity to close the distance to you guys. So yeah, they're not very far away for being surprisingly well hidden. So yeah, anybody who hadn't seen these creatures before, you now see just a wave of these things, these cloaked short things with like kind of like similar masks, kind of either goat skulls or like in some cases other skulls. Like I think maybe one of them has like several chunks of goblin skull, kind of like just held together with string around its head. All just like charge inwards towards you guys. So I'm gonna have, let's see, these guys have movement 30, so I think they can all pretty much get to wherever they need to. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So, first one is gonna run up here to Soraya. Another one he'll kind of like jig around. Oh no, not that guy. That guy's dead. He'll kind of like jig around over to here, stepping gingerly over its companion. I think it'll go into here and then try to step forward a bit further. Which
Would that set off taunts readied melee?
yes, actually that absolutely would. Yeah, while he's right there. So Taunt, go ahead and take a swing at this guy.
Is that an
Okay.
attack of opportunity or just
Uh,
something you
Okay, so yeah. So this is something. This is a rule that varies between Dungeons and Dragons edition. In 3.5 or Pathfinder, you would have been correct that him moving from here to here would be
Yeah.
an attack of opportunity. In 5th edition, it eases up a bit on that. So it's only when he moves out of a character's range. It's only when you move out of a character's range
Oh,
that
cool.
you.
Like, if you want to run
okay,
away,
so-
then that would
Yeah.
be
Yeah,
an
yeah,
attack
yeah.
of opportunity.
So moving here or here or here, he's fine. But if you were to try to go here, because he's moving out of Taunt's range, that would be an attack.
Right.
So yeah, Taunt, go ahead and roll your attack on this critter.
Do I just click on short sword?
Yeah, should be. Alright. 10 is not a hit. So with that, I think you swing at this guy and you do hit it, but underneath its cloak, your blade just slides off, like some kind of hidden armor underneath there.
Awesome.
I laugh really loudly at
Move to here. Then this guy, he'll come running up over to Ton's other side, and then I think this one is going to try and tangle up Nat 20 down there. Right, so there's going to be 4 attacks coming in at you as they like from within the folds of their cloaks. They all just draw these like bloodied and in some cases rusted daggers with which to worry you guys. So I'll go ahead and do this guy. Let's do. Alright, so going from left to right on here. So first one is going to be against Soraya. And just as a side thing, by the way, actually, yeah, perfect. Yeah, never mind what I was saying just a second ago. Yeah, the left to right, they're all gonna take swings at you guys, starting with an attack on Soraya. Public roll. 10. Does that hit you, Soraya?
No, it does not hit.
All right, very good. Next one is going to be against Taunt. These guys see this big dragony creature, and they don't like it. They don't like that he's so big and dragony. First hit, Taunt 13. Does that break your AC?
How do I check if it hits me?
It's your armor class.
So you have AC on your character sheet, armor class.
Oh yes, it's 18. So
18?
no.
Jesus
Okay.
Christ.
Yeah, these guys are gonna have a tough time actually hitting you, but you never know. They might roll well. Nope. So yeah, both the attacks on Taunt missed. The attack on Soraya misses. Nat 20. Let's see if you can break the cycle. Nope. I don't think so.
No.
Actually, that one was at disadvantage as well, so definitely not a hit. Don't worry about. Don't think too hard about the disadvantage part. You guys don't yet
Okay.
know why they're attacking at disadvantage. And yeah, that's their round of attacks. But I think one more thing before the bad guy's turn ends. Let's have a look here. Alright, so I've technically, just small side thing, I've technically broken a rule here with the 2 dead guys up here. Don't worry. It doesn't actually affect anything. There is no such thing as negative hit points in 5th edition. You hit 0, and then after that it's just basically you are stuck at 0, and more damage just incurs death saves. Death saves are something that we're only going to really worry about for you guys. Like, NPCs don't get death saves. They generally hit 0 and then they are effectively dead. But I mean, that guy over there literally exploded. There's no saving him. But this other guy. Let me just see. So an effect. If anybody is like paying any kind of attention to that creature, an effect occurs upon him, and 1d4, 3. The dead kobold slowly starts to push itself back up, like the you realize it's a kobold because as it pushes itself back up, like the now shattered and cracked mask just like kind of falls away, revealing its hideous features. Hideous depending on what you like. Some people are very into kobolds. I know a lady who is far too into kobolds. But yeah, this kobold starts to get back up. But that is gonna. I think that's gonna be its whole action, is dying, then getting rezzed. Oberon.
Ren's just gonna say, this time do it proper.
I
Is that
lift
was
up my
the-
left hand while still looking forwards. I just extended my middle finger backwards.
Very good.
Was the big mask boy like undead or something? Is that something we know?
From this distance, roll me an Arcana check.
Isn't this like my action? I don't know if I want to commit that.
Actually, yeah, I think like trying to inspect it would be your action.
Yeah, fuck
so,
that.
yeah.
Let's just beat the others down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a swing at the one next to me then.
Okay.
How do I even like roll for my weapons?
So just click. You should have it set up on your character. Let me just open it up. Yeah. So you've got your list of attacks. So just click. Just like
Oh,
when it
yeah,
highlights red,
so
just click
dumb.
on that. Yeah. So your rapier with +4, that is a 15 to hit. That's definitely a hit. And then where it says rapier, just click on that. Just in the little chat thing that you just rolled. There you go.
Ah,
10 damage. Nice. Yeah. You skewer him. You skewer him good.
Nat 20, living up to his name.
Yeah. Well, not really, but
Not quite.
An 11 is definitely 20.
We're trying.
yeah. Alright, so good stuff. So yeah, one of them bites as a duster. Do you want to do a move action or a bonus?
Yeah. Hang on, let me. I have Bardic Inspiration then. I think I can give advantage to someone
Yes.
with a bonus action, but I can't find it.
Okay, so it is not advantage. Okay, so yeah, this is the thing where the wording on the rules is, well, not on the rules, but the wording is a tiny bit ambiguous. So there is inspiration, which all of you guys presently have. It's basically your stored. I have advantage on a roll, and then there's bardic inspiration, which is actually a different thing. With bardic inspiration, what you can do, let me just look it up quickly. What you can do is basically give somebody a bonus. What was it? Oh, sure. Just don't actually link me to the thing. Just give me the whole bard page.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
You can use a bonus action on your turn to choose one creature other than yourself within 60 feet of you who can hear you, which all of you guys apply. You get one bardic inspiration die, which is 1d6, and you can add that to an ability check, an attack roll, or a saving throw. And then later on, you'll also be able to add it to damage as well, but not yet. Not yet. That's at later levels. So, who do you want to give your bardic inspiration to?
I'm thinking, do I have to choose now what they get to use it on, or is it just they can choose?
No, they can choose when they want to use it.
I think I
So
will.
you can just give that die to somebody.
Yeah, I'll just give it to Soraya.
Oh,
I'm like
thanks.
cheerleading him from the back, like, you go, girl. You're doing great, sweetie.
Awesome. Well, thank you,
Sick.
Cancer. I'm never doing that twice
Alright,
again.
so yeah.
I
So
thought
you
it was a kobold.
feel inspired. Taunt.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, sorry, Oberon, you were saying.
I'll just remove one, my character sheet. I can
Yes,
get- I
yeah,
have
yeah,
4
exactly.
charge.
Keep track of those. The feature number of times equal to your charisma modifier.
Yeah.
Cool. Alright, yeah, taunt. You've got a couple of these guys kind of worrying at you.
So does my move action is just me moving? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think you can also involve it to draw weapons.
Can I attack or do something else, or would they count as the same sort of thing?
How do you mean? What do you want to try and do?
Well, I have 2 goblin skulls, and I want to throw them and see if I can get a few of them to run away after them.
That would be an action, and I think it'd probably be you trying to like roll intimidate on them.
No, I'll just try to attack them again.
Sure. Kind of like scare them away. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, just go ahead and make an attack action if you want to just swing.
Pop.
16 is a hit.
Which one are you attacking?
Oh, I'll go for the one on my left.
Okay.
Okay.
This little piggy went to market. This little piggy died.
Rip.
This little piggy got stabbed. Alright, yeah, you cut him down deftly, just stab this thing through the through its chest, and it just kind of gurgles in pain and slumps to the floor. You want to do a move action? Anything else?
No, I think I'm alright where I am.
Okay. Ren, your action.
Yeah, okay, so now I can move my hex over from the last target, right? With my bonus.
Yes, actually, yeah, you can. Oh, gosh, pardon me. I've had too much Coca-Cola to drink apparently. That's just a joke. I was drinking Pepsi. Yes. So.
Yeah, so I'm gonna.
Yeah, it was
I'm
the guy
gonna
you
move
exploded,
hex for
wasn't
that-
it? So
for
yeah,
that.
on his. Yeah. So you want to move that over to him? That's fantastic.
And then I'll do another Eldritch Blast again.
Okay. What do your cursors look like when you put them on these things?
What do you mean?
So
Nothing
like
happens.
when you curse one of these kobolds, what does the camera see?
I haven't really thought about this.
I mean, it could just be like it could just be like a visual effect, like a beacon appears over them, like just pulsating greedily, or maybe whenever we see that thing, we hear like rushing, like horrified voices, and maybe it looks a bit nervous. What kind of thing is it?
What about like, kind of like a, I don't know, maybe like a black sort of something on their skin that sort of spreads a little bit, like.
Oh yeah.
Sounds creepy.
So, like,
I've got an image in my head, but I really don't know how to. But yeah, like that, like a mark that sort of like it kind of looks like a black infection, sort of.
yeah, their skin kind of like turns like black and moldy or something. Yeah.
Yeah, like in a small area.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, yeah, and then
Yeah, we just get like that close-up thing of its skin. We just see that mark and like form on it after its friend dies. And yeah, you want to just do another Eldritch Blast. 15's a hit. All right. Go ahead. Just a matter of curiosity. Go ahead and roll a. Go ahead and roll your hex damage again. I think you just click on hex.
Do you want more explosions?
Can I preemptively raise my shield?
Yeah, I think maybe you see that coming in, like, oh bloody fuck! Like, get your shield up
yeah,
in the
this is
way.
my intention
Yeah, I
to
think you can do
explode
that.
blood over Tom.
Keep the worst of it off you. Yeah, I think like it explodes again, and we just see like the ram skull just like fall to the ground again, like where it was standing.
Disappeared. This is actually what happened to the goat. It was me.
Shit.
Plot twist.
All right, you've already used a bonus action. Oh, actually, I think that would probably be your. Oh Christ! I'm actually gonna have to check the thing on hex. Let me have a look here. See the wording. Until the spell ends. Target's advantage. If the target drops to 0 HP before the spell ends, you can use a bonus action on a subsequent turn of yours. Okay, perfect.
So I can do that, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
So
cool.
you have to wait until your next turn now to curse a different one. So the curse remains with that one. Excellent. Do you want to do a... You've used your bonus, you've used your action. Do you want to do a move at all?
Staying here, nice and safe.
Yeah, away from all of the nasty
Or the
stuff.
gore.
Alright, Soraya, your turn.
I look at the kobolds next to me, and I decide to attempt to stab it with the dagger we found earlier.
Okay, yeah. Roll to... Yeah, just roll to hit us with a normal dagger.
Okay, and I
So-
use my bardic inspiration on the...
Yep.
On the attack thingy.
Yeah, sure thing. So, well, you don't even need to. 15 is going to be a hit one way or another.
Okay.
Okay, and roll me just like a normal damage. Your D4 plus either your strength or your dex mod.
D4 plus.
If you're using your dex mod to hit, actually, it has to be the same one. So.
Yeah, it's D4 plus 3. 1D4 plus 3.
Okay. 4. All right. Yeah, you stab it soundly, but it's not quite enough to kill it. So you get a good hit in there, and it's definitely cut and bleeding now. But it's still moving, still trying to swing at you.
He looks quite injured, so I
It does.
say to my party members, "This one looks very weak. Let's keep him alive and focus on the big guy."
Okay.
That's what I do.
Sounds like a plan.
I assume you're saying all that in common.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm saying it in common, so I assume they can understand the threat.
can we
That's
discuss out of our turns? Like, can we reply, or do we have...
Talking is generally a free action. I will let you know if I think it's kind of like getting a bit much. But like
Not
yeah,
monologue.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
but like, can I say,
I'm not-
remember,
I'm
we're
not
keeping one
understand.
alive? Because
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
almost all dead.
like indicating like we keep this one alive kind of thing. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, but,
Yeah, so I suggest we keep the boss alive.
I disagree. Not out loud, but I disagree and just let Oberon and I let the others just do what happens when their turn comes up.
Okay. So bad guy's turn. Let's see here. So, all right. So let me go ahead and just quickly, because this could potentially be about to come up. Let me just go ahead and fill you guys in quickly on the idea of non-lethal damage. If one of your attacks brings a creature to 0 hit points, basically you get to decide if it dies or if it lives. Okay, you are taking it out of combat effectively, but you can decide if that is lethal damage, like you kill it and it like starts bleeding out or whatever, or if you just knock it the fuck out, like hit over the head with your flat of your sword or something.
Can I do that with
Yeah.
spells?
With spells, I think I have to let you do that. Let me check in the rules see if it specifies.
Well, you are the DM, and I'm actually okay with saying we don't have to do anything if you don't like the idea. I think you should start.
Yeah,
Because
I'm going to be playing by the
I
rules here.
think
I
you
think
shouldn't
I think
really
it's
have that
fair. I think it's fair that you can use your spell to knock something to 0 hit points and keep it alive. I think that's
Okay.
reasonable. If it was like if you're trying to like I don't know, use a fireball to kill a goblin, I would say that's a bit excessive. I think that immediately kills it.
Yeah, but like an
Actually,
eldritch
no.
blast
There's
is
a
technically like a beam, so I could like take out his legs or something, and
yeah, you could like just knock it down rather than
okay,
end its
cool.
life. Yeah, so just like a side thing, there is actually a rule for this. I can't remember exactly how it. I can't remember the exact specifications, but if you deal a certain amount of damage to a creature in a single attack, then like I think it's something like twice its maximum HP. in a single hit, then that will immediately kill it. Like, you cannot non-lethal. I believe that's how it goes.
Okay. Oh.
But you guys, so those two guys that you popped earlier, they're gone. They are still popped. But
That's the
if
plan.
you guys would like to say that, if you guys, I'll give you guys the chance to retroactively say that one of like either of the two that you knocked down. I'll give you this opportunity now, not later, as a thing. You can say that they were knocked out rather than killed.
No, I think we should just carry on. There's still 2 alive.
Yeah.
Okay, beautiful, beautiful. So it is their turn now. One of them has just been stabbed, and the other one has just gotten back up from being almost dead. Little brush with mortality there, but I think the one that's like stood up. I think it's like pulling the arrow shaft like out of its throat now, and kind of like retching slightly as it does so. But it stands back up. Let's have the other one do its attack first. Oh, actually, no. I think that one is actually going to try and make a run for it. Like the wounded one. It's going to try and flee. So Soraya, it moves out of your threat range, so you can make an attack of opportunity against it.
I make an attack of opportunity against it. With.
And just so everybody is aware, by the way, attacks of opportunity use your reaction, which is a specific type of action. You only get one reaction per turn, but I don't think anybody has been using theirs so far. But it's not something that comes up very often.
I assume I hit it with the weapon I had out.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable.
Okay, I will attempt to hit it with dagger.
That 10 is not going to be a hit. However, you do still have that D6, don't you? So if you like, just roll a D6 and we'll add it onto your attack.
Oh yeah. How could I do that?
2. That is just barely enough to hit.
Awesome.
Alright, so I mean, it's like either way, you whatever you roll now, you're going to drop it to 0. It's literally on 1 HP.
Non-lethal
So,
damage.
do you want to
Non-lethal.
non-lethal that?
Yep.
Okay. You knock him out. You just like kind of punch him in the back of the head with the pommel of the dagger.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, good stuff. All right, and let's see. Yeah, this the last one, the kind of ostensible, the presumable leader of their group, the one who stepped out first, seeing that all of his friends have up and died, I think he is going to. He mutters a curse in Draconic, and yeah, he's going to. This part is mostly just for flavor, so like don't count it as like particular actions or anything like that. But he kind of like pulls a small bottle from his belt, uncorks it, and kind of like just like throws some kind of clear liquid onto his body, and then he charges forwards, like running directly at Taunt. Kind of like tries to grab onto Taunt at this part, and mechanically like doesn't actually like pull a thing out, but he runs up to Taunt and he casts a spell. Taunt, you are the only one who can understand him as he says this part.
Would I know that he's casting something, or would I know what he's doing?
Yes. The way I'm picturing this is that he literally runs up, grabs you. Basically, he's going to try and Cyberman Yamcha you.
Okay, awesome.
So he's like,
I assumed as much.
He grabs hold of you, and yeah, he shrieks something in like the kind of like gurgling, earthy kind of tones of Draconic that only Taunt can understand, as he says. And he just like growls up, like doesn't growl. He more kind of like screams it up, like towards you, but also towards the sky. Just shouts to the heavens. I will burn as brightly as the one's greatest servants! Got a gunfire!
Final flash. Can I turn around to everyone else and say, he says he knows a really good skull shop.
You turn around and you say that as the spell goes off. Yeah, so I need you to make for me a dexterity saving throw.
How
this
do
is
I
gonna
do that? Just
be-
click on dexterity?
Yes. Yeah, just click on dexterity where like under saving throws. Yeah, that's fine. 17. Yeah, you actually pass. You managed to like kind of, as he runs at you, you manage to like kind of throw your like kind of redirect him a bit. Maybe you like kind of pivot around 1 foot and just like get your back to him and get your shield up, and he is going to deal half of /R 1d8 damage to you, and he's going to take the full thing of this as well.
Ooh.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Beautiful. All right, so Taunt, you take 4 damage from him, and yeah, the kobold like casts a spell and just explodes into like this like intense heat of a
So I take that
some
off my
kind of
hit points
spell.
then?
Yeah, go ahead and like knock 4 HP off
Four.
because you made the save. Yeah, but he takes the full 8 and just shrivels up. Just shrivels up and dies before you, like screaming in like gleeful pain. I think.
Lovely.
Kinky.
And that is going to be the end of combat.
Yay! The only person who got hurt was Tom. That's a
I know.
win.
Well,
I'm the only one that can heal myself.
Hooray!
I can blow things up.
And in fact, you have been doing.
I walk over to the knocked out kobold and I just tie him up because
Alright, but before you do that,
Oh, okay.
before that or anything else happens, just very quickly,
Wait,
Hey, we didn't all die.
I can do better than that.
continue.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
This was for when we were gonna kill God Kafka. Unfortunately, we still haven't killed God Kafka.
Not without trying.
Yeah!
Maybe one day.
God damn.
Yeah, maybe one day I'll actually be able to
If
play.
you didn't already have inspiration, I would grant you it again. Alright, so, you guys want to tie this kobold up? And, yeah.
I mean, loot the other one.
Or what's left of them?
I mean, mine didn't explode.
Yeah, so there are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 kobold corpses. Well, 6 kobolds. 2 of them have popped like
Are in several places.
like raspberries. Yep. Here and there and there and there. 3 of them are intact, and 1 of them is still technically alive. Yeah, let's see what you guys can get from these. So, each of them is carrying a dagger. So you can pick up. I think the dagger would have survived the exploding gore, but it wouldn't be a very pleasant thing to carry until it's been wiped off a bit. Maybe run under a cold tap. So you guys can get. It was 5, wasn't it? Yeah. No, 6. You guys can get 6 daggers off of these guys, and let me just go ahead and roll 6d6. And this many silver pieces off of all of the bodies in various loose change. 23 SP.
Wow. Think of all the swans we can get.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you can also, if you want, you can also collect the skulls of several goats.
Pass.
I
hard
suggest.
pass.
I think we should take one just to bring back to the guys. Like, is this your goat?
Is this Jimmy?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Morbid. Alright, so Let me just go ahead and... Alright, so with that one kobold that you have captured, he will wake up in 3 hours, unless magically healed. But he is stable for the time being. He's not about to bleed out or anything.
Okay, I'm gonna suggest to Tom that he heals him. Have we tied him up? Have we got rope?
Yeah. Has anybody got rope?
I believe I do.
I do. I have hemp and rope.
Yep, I also have I have 10 meters of hempen rope.
Me too.
Or is it 10 feet?
Okay.
10 yards? 10,
30 feet.
10
10
light
ropes.
years. I have 10 light years of rope.
You have 17 parsecs of hempen rope.
Sure.
All right. Yeah. So yeah, you guys can tie him up, no problem. What do you want to do now? So you're in this clearing. You've got it all appears to be quiet now. You've got this all these dead kobolds, and then in the middle of the clearing, there's still this pile of various bones and an awful lot of dried blood, and one sleeping kobold.
I'm gonna suggest that Tom heals him. Will he wake up if he gets healed? You said.
Yeah. If he gets woken up if he gets healed by magical means, he'll wake right back up.
Do we want to wake him up here, or do we want to take him back to the farmer first?
Nah, the farmer's
Nah, we want to
scared
do
of
our dirty
everything.
work somewhere else.
Yeah, I suggest while he's tied up, we hang him upside down from a nearby tree, just, for the lols.
Yeah, sounds good.
What you want to do is you want to tie him to a tree and then get a horse, tie the other end of the rope to the horse,
No.
just have it tighten.
No.
We've only got a fat dragon. I mean, it might work.
Well, I can only heal him, or I can only do one thing. I can't do
Okay.
everything.
Just tie his ankles to a tree, just let him dangle, swinging in the breeze like
Yeah.
a piñata.
Sounds
Would medicine work? Like a medicine check work, or does it have to be a magical, like healing medicine?
Medicine could be used to stabilize him if he was
Yeah.
bleeding out or dying. It has to be magical in order to
Right.
cut out that extra time.
Okie dokie. Well, I heal him then. I do this thing.
Let's see. Lay on hands. Your blessed touch can
Oh,
heal
damn.
wounds. A pool of healing power that replenishes when you take a long rest. With that pool, you can restore a total number of hit points equal to your paladin level times 5. So you have 5 HP basically in a pool that you can use. You could spend 1 HP on this guy and then heal yourself back up to full with the remaining 4, if you like.
Yep, that sounds good to me.
Yep. Okay, so you heal yourself up to full. You are feeling better than ever, despite other than the residual kobold gore that is adorning your
Yeah, I'll get used to it.
form. Yeah.
You'll have to if you're tanking for me.
And then you guys have this guy like tied up dangling from a tree, or is he just like kind of sitting in the middle of the clearing?
I like.
Where do you
the
put him
tree.
before you heal him?
Well, my vote's tree dangling.
Yeah, I want him to be hanging from a tree.
I don't see why it needs to be, but yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Seems a little extra, so I'll go along with it.
He doesn't need
I feel like,
to be.
yeah,
I
I
just
just
feel
told
that
to kill
it
us,
just
what are you talking-
feels better that he is.
Yeah, it's like it's a tactic, isn't it, to try and intimidate a creature? It's like, hey, what's up, buddy? You're fucking hanging upside down from a tree. All that blood is in your head. You can't think straight. Good luck.
Let's hope this one speaks Draconian.
Or common.
All right, so you hang him from a tree, and Taunt, you get him back to 1 HP. He wakes up, and I think he kind of like gurgles lowly, like doesn't open his eyes immediately, kind of like furrows his brow, and eventually kind of like peeks his eyes open, kind of squinting towards you. So this guy's going to be speaking exclusively in Draconic for this part, so only Taunt can actually understand him.
Okay.
And Taunt, he kind of like wakes up and kind of sees you guys directly ahead of him, and you just hear him start muttering, "No, no, 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 no."
Can I say
Wakey,
to him, wakey waker? Yes, yes,
Excellent
yes.
bakey.
There was no like direct draconic translation for this phrase, so he looks very confused when you say it. But yeah, yeah, you say wakey wakey, and just like he's kind of like the kobold is kind of like squinting his eyes at you guys this whole time. Like it's. Let me actually grab like a nature check from the team here, just to see if you guys know anything about kobolds.
I'm gonna say to Tom at this moment, are you up for this, holy boy?
Holy boy.
Little bit of torture.
A little bit of
Well, we
rock and
haven't
roll.
done. We're not doing anything yet.
Hello.
He's just hanging upside down.
Yeah, but
I will have you know that I've done some fantastic interrogation torture scenes as paladins.
Just as long as Rain doesn't blow him up with a fireball, we'll be fine.
Well, the option's there. I can always talk to this guy, is what I'm thinking.
Well, you can't though. He doesn't speak Draconic, or you don't speak Draconic.
I have my way.
So, Taunt and Oberon, you guys, pardon me, are familiar enough with kobolds to know that they have light sensitivity as part of their like racial stuff. They like sunlight is actually difficult for them to fight in, just because they're so used to being in like caves or underground.
That explains the disadvantage.
But the other ones had advantage earlier because they also had pack tactics. So like because they were fighting together, they have advantage as well. Advantage and disadvantage cancel each other out. So they were attacking normally back there. But this guy, yeah, he's like having a hard time seeing properly, and it's like actively unpleasant or maybe even painful for him to be like trying to peer out in direct sunlight.
Anyone got a parasol?
Can he
It'll be
understand me? Yeah.
He's spoken Draconic so far, so you assume that he would be able to understand you if you spoke it.
Okay. Can I ask him about the goats? Does he know about the goats? Has he been fiddling with goats?
He's not well.
Yeah, sure.
He's a kobold.
Fiddling with goats. Make me. How do you wanna tackle this? Do you wanna like try and like which skill do you wanna use? Do you wanna use
Persuasion,
I'd say probably
maybe?
yeah. You can persuade him, or you can try to intimidate him.
Let's go for persuasion.
Persuasion. All right, so you're trying to like kind of honey word him a little bit, trying to like
It's like, here, chap, you're not in a great situation here. You're upside down. You're like 1 HP or whatever your social equivalent is. We have some sort of fire happy mage and warlock, sorry, and I think 2 of your friends exploded. So you kind of want to tell us about the goats?
All right. Yeah, that's a good persuasion roll as well. 17 was rolled, so I think. Yeah, I think he kind of groans, like maybe he's like kind of slowly rotating on the rope as well, and like just his vision pans across the dark bloodstains that were 2 of his friends previously, and yeah, he kind of groans under his breath, and yeah, he starts like kind of like whispering something to himself. Taunt, roll me another quick religion check, please. 12. Okay. Yeah, I think that's enough. Like with your knowledge of draconic, of kobolds, and of religion, it sounds like he's kind of like whispering a prayer of like self-preservation or something to himself before he finally answers you and says, just for food, decorations, relics, yes. It sounds like he's confessing that yes, they killed the goats, though it might be obvious by the fact that he was. I don't know. Is he still wearing the bloody skull of one of the goats, or did you take that off him?
I know.
Anywhere at all? No, no, you left it with him.
Feel like
Alright,
he's still wearing it.
Yeah, he's got it.
Okay.
Well,
Chocobo back. Took goats, killed, ate. Great feast, great feast.
Okay, so it seems that they killed the goats and they wanted to eat them for food, and they for some reason wanted their skulls as helmets.
ask him if they have like more friends.
Okay, Chummy, have you got any more friends, or is this it?
He tells you to roll another persuasion check.
Persuasion.
23.
Wow.
Goddamn, we can do this
He's
all
good.
day.
He's going to tell me.
Yeah, I think he like you ask him that in Draconic, like translating across for the others, and yeah, he falls silent for a second, and yeah, his eyes widen slightly despite the sun hitting him in the eyes, and he kind of just like leers, his lips curl slightly over his gnarly, crooked teeth. He says, "Yes, yes, so many more. They will find me. They will find you. They will add us all to the one."
The one, okay.
The
The one what? He says he's going to add us all to the one.
Ask him if that's who brought the other one back to life. I think they might have a necromancer.
And how did your big friend come back to life?
Another persuasion check. For each of these, basically, you're gonna have to roll a persuasion check,
Sure.
and
Okay.
yeah. So it's gonna be quite a few persuasion checks. You can also intimidate if you prefer. So not so lucky on that one. So
Can I cast Awaken Mind?
yeah. What do you want to do with that?
Well, I can communicate with him telepathically
Mhm.
in his language, even if I
Yep.
don't know the language. And I'm thinking that at the same time, we're a little good cop, bad cop here, and I can intimidate if Taunt fails a persuasion. Can we work like that?
Yes. Yeah, I think that works. Let's see. Just trying to think. I feel like maybe that should be giving. I think maybe what you could do is you could give him advantage on persuasion checks. Like basically just by being an intimidating presence in the creature's mind, like making it harder for it to resist.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, it clams up after Taunt asks about about how the other kobold came back to life. What do you do? Do you want it's resisting. How do you want to treat it?
I want to cast Hex on it because it doesn't do any damage. It's only do a visual.
Okay, yeah. Like
And
the dark mark appears on this
And
thing's skin again.
then in his head, I'm gonna telepathically say it to him. Remember what happened to your friends.
Yes.
Tell us more about.
All right. For that, actually, I think I do want an intimidation check out of you. Take it with advantage with all that. Nice. Okay. So your question was, tell us about the one.
Yeah.
Yeah. The kobold starts like hyperventilating slightly, as it's like kind of like its eyes flit. Like this is no longer a thing of like, hey, tell us, and everything will be okay. This is now tell us, or I will I will fuck your day up. And it's like kind of hyperventilating slightly. It's eyes kind of darting all over the place. I think it swings past again to see like its eviscerated friends, and maybe like past like just a pile of bones in the middle of the clearing, and it says, "The one, the strongest, the mightiest. He will come back. He will come, and he will destroy all. He will take all copies, and we will all be with the one.
Okay, so I'm gonna discuss with the others. I'm assuming that this one is their god. I'm not sure if it's actually like a physical person. What do you guys think?
Sounds like it, yeah.
Anyone can make a religion check on this.
No, I'd like to do.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay. Burp. Oh.
sure. I'll let
Man,
Ronan
so-
check
No,
it
so that's
out.
luck taunt. Ooh, Ren, interesting. Oberon, okay.
Which
I really should not be allowing you guys to make all like religion checks separately here, but yeah, okay. So this is all fine. I think Ren, you're the only one who passes the DC on that one. So and this is appropriate because you've like studied ancient religions before, like and ancient cultures. So we get a little bit into like the lore here, where kobolds, certainly when they were more prolific, used to worship dragons as as deities. Now, dragons are not a thing. Dragons are mythical creatures. They don't exist. They certainly don't exist now.
Hang on.
Hello?
Yeah. Hi.
Hi.
You're not a dragon. You are not a dragon, sir. Dragons were like ancient mythical creatures of incredible size and incredible power.
Okay.
And it has been like widely theorized that maybe they were based on real creatures, or perhaps like based on the appearance of Dragonborn or of kobolds, like some kind of weird, horrific mixture of those and gods. But no, and there have also been theories that maybe dragons were like before, like long ago, dragons were a race of creatures. But that would be a very difficult history check to know if that is correct or not. But for now, no. Dragons are either not real or extinct. But it sounds like this thing. It sounds like this kobold. If the kobold has a god, it is probably of a draconic nature.
Neat.
And
Right.
for the draconic language, it is probably the language of like it's probably like a not hereditary. Well, I guess hereditary, but kind of a cultural language, or like shared by Dragonborn and kobolds for reasons lost to time.
Okay, so I'm gonna explain that to the other guys, and then I'm gonna say, should we try and get him to take us back to his friends, and then just wipe them out? Like, take these guys out of existence.
Before we do that, can we show him the dagger that we found?
Oh, good idea.
I wonder what happened to the goblin.
I hand Tunt the dagger.
Okay, and then I sort of offer it towards him and say, "Have you seen this before?"
Oh man, I was gonna read that in a very different context. Yeah, it starts struggling. It starts struggling, like writhing in the bonds, trying to like get away from you, kind of thing.
So he has seen it before. He doesn't like it.
Well, to be fair, I did stab him with it.
True.
I think like yeah, if you're looking for a verbal response from it, it's again hyperventilating, and the kobold just says, "You may kill this copy, but more copies will come, thousands more, millions. We will block out the sun, and then we will unite into the one."
Can I insight check, see if he's telling the truth?
Sure.
Like, that there's more, or is just 100%?
Sure. Yeah.
Is that a thing we can like aid? Never mind, you crit.
Yeah.
Man, I'm rolling insane today. What is that?
Yeah. I suppose, yeah, Ren, I guess you have to, you're kind of like just reading its surface thoughts, and it's like, yeah, I think the way your thing works, you can just interpret its surface thoughts as it's speaking. So,
Like,
yeah,
I want to check to see if it's more if it's like trying to protect others, if I can do it like specific like that.
specifically like trying to know if it's like trying to
Because
protect.
obviously hundreds and thousands of goblins aren't going to come. I mean, maybe I did this at the wrong time, but like, if there are others, maybe he's just like lying to try and scare us away from the rest of his tribe.
So, with a crit, yeah, you know that it is telling the truth. There are other kobolds of like a number that you cannot like necessarily distinguish from an insight check. For the like thousands and millions of kobolds, like it maybe doesn't specify the term millions because that's quite a large number for something as simple as a kobold to try and comprehend.
Yeah.
But it, I think with that it is maybe either hyperbolizing or is trying to. It is definitely trying to impress you with that number. Maybe not intimidate you, but it is. Or maybe not trying to scare you off, but it's definitely using that number as as like a thing of like, look how fucking great we are, like how many of us there are.
But
This is it's like big and impressive. We are scary.
ultimately, he's saying that because he's.
I think so. Yeah. Like with that inside check as well, you can tell that like he's not afraid because of like this dagger. He's afraid because your guys have him tied up and you're now like brandishing a knife at him. Like he thinks you're gonna start cutting.
He doesn't like noticeably recognize it as a special knife or what.
Doesn't seem so, no.
Right.
Like he's just reading that as like, okay,
threat,
cool. I'm
yeah.
gonna start using this.
Okay.
Yeah,
So...
like as like specifically for the number, it might even be that he believes that yes, there are that many kobolds and they will rally to our cause, but for now he's just like trying to big
Yeah,
the
but
kobolds up.
that's what I was trying to check for. Like, does he genuinely believe that there are lots that are going to come, or is he just saying that to kind of keep us away from his tribe?
Yeah, he believes there are lots of kobolds that will come.
Okay. Well, that's going to be a fucking big problem for the farm. I mean,
My goats!
I mean, like, we've come here to solve this problem. There's going to be loads of kobolds, probably not as many as this guy's making out, but we've either got to go and slaughter them all or go and tell the farmer that we can't. Guys?
The farmer's not that far away, is he? Like, we could always warn him and
No,
then
he's-
decide what we want.
The farm itself is probably less than a mile from where you are now.
Genocide?
I am partial to a little bit of genocide myself.
I mean, they went down really easy. Like, it could be...
I'm curious what Todd's feelings are on this discussion.
Well, I mean, we've no need to go and kill them because just for the sake of killing them.
Nah.
Well, let's get
Think
the
of the
whole.
goat.
Yeah, but
The poor goat.
How does Tont the Dragonborn feel about kobolds, like this lesser race of scalies?
Oh yeah, they're like his family.
they're like my little ugly cousins.
Yeah, potentially. Like, it is a view that like differs between like different Dragonborn like individuals and groups of like, you know, are the kobolds like our cousins? Are they like an inferior version of us? It's generally a less than amicable relationship between the two groups.
Are you gonna try and convert him, Tom?
Now, little
probably.
kobold, let me tell you a thing or two about justice.
And scones. Oh, actually, can I do that? Can I offer him a scone?
Do you still have scones?
Yeah, I've got 2 of them left.
Yeah, you can you can try to feed him a scone. Not really sure how he will take it.
Can I just hold it out to him and just go, scone?
You could, yes, yeah, you could. It will be it's a very confusing moment for him because he has gone from like trying to kill you guys to being stabbed, trying to run away from you guys. to now hanging upside down from a tree, looking at all of his dead friends, being threatened with the same fate, having a knife brandished at him, and now you're offering him a baked good.
Can I Eldritch Blast the scone?
Oh my god, yes you can.
Okay, I'm gonna do.
Does that mean I lose a scone then? Okay, I've only got one scone left. Let's not try that again. Well, I tried being a nice friend, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry, I have one more scone, but I'm going to keep it for me.
I guess I don't need to roll damage, right? It's a scone, like.
It's gone.
The scone has half of 1 HP.
Yeah, so just to remind him what I did to his.
Alright, beautiful, beautiful. That was a fantastic, like, power play.
What are we gonna do, guys? Like,
Yeah, what do you
wipe
wanna
them
do with this
out,
guy?
or?
I think we should report back to the farmer and tell him that the goats have been avenged.
Yeah, but then you need to tell them that they're coming back, and then we need to go and speak to the mayor. Maybe we can speak to the mayor and then say, look, you
I
got a
was
bigger
thinking-
problem.
yeah.
And
I
then
was
you can send your
thinking, yeah.
guards there.
Well, honestly, at this point, the only thing I really care about is calling the elven handmaiden a racist piece of shit.
Well, she was right, to be fair.
No. She accused the goblins.
The goblin probably
Oh,
died.
yeah,
like,
kobolds that we were fighting. Yeah, of course.
I'm
Yeah, we should go in and.
justice for the goblin.
Yeah, goblins are people too.
Shall I make her explode as well?
I mean, do we want to go down the road of saying hashtag Goblin Lives Matter? Is this a route we wish to take, bearing in mind this is all being recorded?
Well-
Let's not use the hashtag.
Well, Tont's the one who's in love with this little kobold, so. Depends what he wants to say about it.
I say we let him go. You owe me that much. You destroyed my scone.
Okay, then can I, like, intimidate him to go back to his people and say if they come and attack these goats again, they'll end up like their friend?
Before you intimidate, can
Yeah.
I ask Taunt? Can you show him the dagger, but show it to him hilt first, if that makes sense?
Oh, right, okay.
Wave it around.
Rather than waving it around, just to see if he actually recognizes the design on it, because it was quite an unusual dagger.
Okay, and what do you want me to ask him about it? Or just show it to him?
Just ask him to look at the design, see if he recognizes the design of it.
Okay, friendo, now, if you tell me something about this dagger, I'll get to let you go. But if you don't, my friend over there, I use the friend loosely, will blow you up. So could you tell me something about this, please? Persuasion? Or...
I don't think that's necessary. I don't think there's any I can't think of any. I can't think of anything where I've got one response in my head and I can't think of any like better or worse kind of state for it. So he's like kind of stares at the dagger, like okay, it's like still like slowly just like swinging back and forth, like rotating back and forth, rope creaking, and just like stares at it. Like you're holding it kind of pommel first, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rather than blade first. Yeah, he looks at it, looks at you, looks at it, and like tentatively offers sharp.
That's not really what I meant. I meant anything about the owner or what it was used on or something other than the sharpness.
Like, does he know who used to have it or anything?
Wait. We never asked him about the goblins.
Oh yeah.
Because they killed the goats, and the goblin hand was in the goat blood. Shit.
Was it a goblin hand or was it a
It
kobold?
was a...
We would make terrible detectives.
It was a goblin hand, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like a severed goblin hand.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this changes things.
Yeah, maybe we don't let him go just yet.
Can we ask him about goblins?
Yeah, I'll say to him, why did we find goblin parts up there? If it was you that took the goat.
His eyes flash to the pile of bones. When you mention the goblin, or goblins in general, and yeah, I think roll a persuasion check.
Me or who?
Yeah, Taunt. Yeah.
Can I? Oh, no, I'll assist with
You doing the intimidation. 10.
that. Could I not assist with that?
Yeah. I think you can still be assisting. You did say. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So 23 is fucking 19 plus 4. God damn, son. I think that's enough. To definitely get him to tell the truth. I think he says. He's still like eyeing the dagger. If that's like insight, like where it is, like you're not gonna use that on me, are you? And then yeah, Taunt, you definitely see his eyes like suddenly flit towards the dwarf, and at first it seems like he's gonna try and resist, and then something changes his mind.
I make my staff like glow a little.
And the kobold, like after some brief mulling, says, "In the way, Master said no witnesses."
Do we know if Master is the other dude that we aced, or is it someone?
So yeah, Ren, while you're doing your mind trickery on him, yeah, like you definitely see like a flash of the kind of leading kobold in your head, like with the distinctive like largest skull that was in the pile, and yeah, Taunt, when he says what's the word I used, master, I think, yeah, he's using a term of like. He's using a term that implies like his own like willing subjugation, as that like submitting to command.
Okay.
Okay, but I want to ask him what the goblin was doing there. In the sense that I believe the goblin might have actually been there doing something with the goats.
Yeah, you want to just like ask him through his head. Yeah, roll either persuasion or intimidate.
Oh, nice.
Nice, very good. Yeah, it blanches at like, I assume you're using like kind of harsh words when you say this, and yeah, it says goblin was in the way. Witness it was something with the goats sitting on a goat. It saw us when we tried to take them.
Ooh.
No, it's
He
just
was
riding a
fiddling
goat.
with the goat.
Was he sitting on the goat, or was the goat sitting on him?
Hey, we don't judge the Welsh here.
Goblin sitting on back of the food was in the way.
Alright, so the farmer said that the goblins were there, like, playing with the goats.
Yeah.
Like, I don't, like, playing. So I'm guessing they were just riding the goats, and these guys have come here, killed the goblin, took the goat.
Yeah.
Problem solved.
Not a friendly thing to do.
What a
Well,
dick.
it's these dragons, you
Problem
can't trust
solved,
them.
guys.
Nice.
There's another,
yeah.
there's another fucked up VOD for you, Sarai.
So, shall I intimidate him, send him on his way back to his people, tell him never to come back? And then we can... I think we've wrapped this up now, right?
Yeah, I think that can be the situation resolved.
Awesome.
Alright, so yeah, so you wanna like cut the kobold cut the kobold down, or maybe not cut, but like untie the kobold.
No, we can't dog the lads instead.
Yes. All right. You now no longer have the 30 feet of rope. You have 10 feet and 20 feet of rope. I won't actually make you make a distinction on that. Yeah, no, you can cut him down and kind of like. Yeah, well, yeah. As soon as he like finds purchase with his feet, like even if his arms are still like wrapped up to his sides, he's gonna try and run for it. So
Yeah.
you just let him go.
I'm just gonna say what I said before, like, because obviously telepathically, I'm just gonna say, like, you tell your people not to come back to take food from the farm again. You can find your food in the forest. If you come back, you're gonna end up.
I for some reason I'm picturing this in like kind of like comic book form kind of thing of like the kobold landing like on its head, like the mask shatters like over one side, and yeah, just a panel of it getting up and running, and just like Ren's like kind of dwarven accented words just like in the different panels, just like never return to the goat farm. And that's the most ominous looking text. Yeah. Yeah, and yeah, the kobold scampers off and vanishes into the forest.
Okay, I guess we should go back.
Yeah, and you guys are free to return to the village and the farm.
Nice.
The farm, the village, the mayor, all of them. You can go and tell that Claire shopkeeper all about this adventure.
I want to go back and talk to the farmer and the farmhand and tell her that she's
A racialist.
Yeah, real goblinist over here. Yeah, I think we can do that kind of like all off screen unless you specifically want to role play it out. And I think. What?
I don't mind either way. Just part of it, so.
I think that's probably like a good place for us to leave off for the evening, and we'll pick up next session with you guys reporting to the mayor.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
yeah, sounds good.
Cool. Before you go, though, let me just do a little thing here. So, hold on, let me just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll do 7, I guess. Times. Divided by 5. Everybody, go and take 35 experience points for that
Yay!
encounter.
Right.
Where do we put them on?
That's a good question. I think it's at the top of the character sheet. Let me have a
Yeah,
look.
it's where like
Yeah.
your class and stuff. is.
Yeah. Next to alignment.
Oh, yeah. So, 35.
Okay.
Very good.
Well, we've got our XP, so I'd like to say, everyone, to like, comment, and subscribe.
God.